You never told me to start recording. I didn't say I was ready.
Well, Trent just earned himself a big fat, well, not a 0 because he is working. I'll say a 70 for the daily grade. Here we go. What watch is that? That's pretty sweet. It's a fossil.
My friend messed it up, actually.
Ho brought you a watch for Christmas.
We are down here in the happy place trying to film a segment. And today we were talking with Miss Smith, and she has been working. She's got a lot of VIP students this year.
Yes, I do. A lot.
And this class deals with all sorts of different life skills.
Yes, it does.
So we're not just pencils and pens and notebooks in this class. There's a lot of hands-on and examples that you have to throw out.
Yes, and we have lots of fun.
Okay, lots of fun, lots of examples. Miss Smith, how many videos do you have on your Schoology account right now to teach all of these skills?
I refuse to answer that on the grounds that it might incriminate me.
We are going to help Miss Smith teach her Schoology. Not only that though, Miss Smith, you have the entire Horn Lake audience captive right now. You are not just teaching. What is this class called, by the way?
Work-based learning.
3 words. Work-based learning down here on the Sea Hall in the happy place.
Yay!
And today she's going to teach work-based learning skills to all of you out there in TV land. It's not really TV anymore though, it's more internet. Anyway, today what are we going to learn? What are we going to learn today?
We're going to learn about pay stubs. What is a pay stub and what is on a pay stub? Because everyone gets paid. And the problem today is, like, if you work and you get paid, a lot of the money may go to direct deposit, or they may put it on a card where you just go use that card and you never really see a pay stub. You have access to the pay stub, but a lot of people don't realize they have access to the pay stub because you've got to log into an account and get a login and all that. And a lot of times students just don't go to the trouble to do all that to see what's on the pay stub.
Miss Smith, whenever I get my check and I see that big, beautiful gross income column, and then I see my actual take home, it's a big difference. Yeah. There are a lot of people who have their hand in my cookie jar. Can you explain to me what all of these charges are and who all's taking my money?
Yes. Okay, the first people that take your money would be the government in all shapes, forms, and sizes.
Is that FICA?
Well, that is, and FICA is Social Security and Medicare. And then you have federal income tax taken out and state income tax.
If I don't need Social Security because I'm a nice young 18-year-old teenager, why do I have to pay for Social Security?
Because there are 4 benefits of Social Security that we talk about. The first one is retirement, and you get it when you're 65 or 67, depending on what age you want to retire. Then there's Medicare, which is like medical insurance for the elderly. And then we have disability, where if you are working and you get your leg chopped off and you can't do what you normally do anymore, then you are disabled. And if you paid into the Social Security system, you can draw a disability check. And then the 4th benefit of Social Security is survivor's benefit. And this is a benefit we hope we never use, but like if I die, then my child could draw Social Security if I paid into the system. So if I never worked or I got paid cash under the table and never paid into the Social Security system, then I cannot draw my child couldn't draw Social Security from me. And so, but we hope we never use the survivor's benefit. It's there if we need it, hope we never use it.
So basically, we're paying these fees now, and even though we don't get to use them now, we have to pay legally into the pot for later.
Yes. Yes. And when you're 65, you're going to want a little money coming in when you're not working anymore. And so, but you can't just rely on Social Security for retirement. You got to get a job that's going to pay you some retirement, and you need to start saving money now. If you start saving money now, when you're 50, you could have a lot of money.
Yeah. Key word there would be, or it's not actually a word, 3 big numbers and 1 big letter. It's called a 401k. You can look that up. We won't go into that right now. Now, she has a beautiful article on the board. Ms. Smith, come over here and show us this article. She couldn't figure out how to get it big, so we taught Ms. Smith today. Look at this. Trent right here. We showed Ms. Smith that if she hits that big box right there, it actually goes full screen. Okay, explain the article on the board.
Okay, this is what a pay stub looks like. It's going to have your name and it's going to have the employer's name on it. But if you look over here, these are all the deductions that come out of your check. And here's a good rule of thumb. The more money you make, the more they take out of your check. Okay? So, and here's your FICA, your Social Security, and your Medicare. And then you're going to have your federal and state income tax, and state income tax. And here's how we talk about federal and state. Federal, think of Washington, D.C. Everything federal comes down from Washington. State is the state of Mississippi. So when we pay this money to the state tax, it's going to Jackson, Mississippi to help pay my salary. And I appreciate that.
Now, I notice on these that we've got 2 columns. We have one that's called total, and then we have one that's YTD, which I believe is year to date.
Yes. Yes. Now, the year to date is what you have made to that date, okay? That is the...
what you've paid into that account to the date.
Right. And then something you have to look at is this is your rate of pay, the hours you work, and your current pay. And this particular check stub doesn't have your gross income on here unless it's down at the bottom.
All right. Now to scroll, you're going to grab this bar right here. There it is.
I'm going to scroll right there. Okay. So if you look, we've got year to date at the bottom, and we also have net pay over here. Net pay is what you use to pay your bills. That's what you actually bring home. Your gross pay is your pay before any deductions are taken out. So you can't go buy a car based on gross pay, because if your car payment's $350 a month and your net pay is only $250 a month, you're going to be short. So you can't look at gross pay when you need to pay your bills. You got to look at net pay. That's what you actually put in your pocket.